Hi everyone, it's Nat here. Hope you're all doing well. I'm on for my Thrifty Thursday for this week, which is an open collaboration that's hosted by Sheree at Turquoise Dreaming, whom I'll link down below. So today I've got a huge marketplace haul. So I was on Marketplace, which I peruse quite regularly each day, just to see what's being put up here and there. And lately there's been lots and lots of die cutting machines, mostly Big Shots. Now I already have a Big Shot, so I don't need another one. But the other night I saw that someone had advertised a Big Shot with some accessories, and it seemed to me that the accessory box was worth the money that I was going to be paying if I was to buy the bits and pieces. And I thought, well, it won't hurt to have a second Big Shot, because this one I can keep out in the lounge, and if I want to do some die cutting out in the lounge, I don't have to carry the Big Shot down because they are quite heavy. I can just grab a few dies out of the craft room and sit out here. Also, if one of my Big Shots breaks, I've got a backup, which is good, because yeah, we would be lost if we didn't have a die cutting machine for a day. so this is one of the old ones, I think, with the flip up bits. And I've got some plates for it as well, so I'll have to give it a go after. I'll just move that out of the way. Now, it's a funny story because I saw it and I said I was interested. I was waiting for the lady to get back to me, and then I thought I'll just check her profile, because it's always good to have a look at someone's profile before you go around to their place, because you can usually sort of see if they're decent people or not. So I had a look and I thought, hang on a minute, I think I know this lady, and it turned out that it was the mother of one of my son's best mates. So she was lovely and gave me a $20 discount. Plus, when I got there, she had the boxes that I was buying, but then she had all this other stuff and said, look, just take it all. I just want to get rid of it. So that was so generous of her. So what happened was she did have for sale another tub that was full of scrapbooking goodies as well. But as I said, she told me to take all the stuff, so I've got so much stuff. So this is a lot of the accessories that came with the Big Shot. So these are Sizzix, and these are alphabet dies. So it says on the back there what letter, so that's a big and a little K there, and a big and a little J, I think. Oh no, that's L. That's the big and little L, and there's number ones as well. So that's quite a cool set. There are these long border ones. So that's a Christmas one. So these must be like the real old first ones I bought out, maybe? I'm not sure. This is Naughty, Nice and Santa. So I might have to get some long plates to be able to use these. Although I suppose I can use them on the short plates if I don't want to get the whole imprint or whatever. Is this a plate? Oh, this is a cutting. This is a 13-inch cutting pad. Looks like there's two in there as well. So that is to use with these. Awesome. So I've got what I need there. Then there were a whole lot of embossing folders. So as you can see, I think just all this was worth the money, let alone getting the Big Shot as well. So that's a little snowflake one. It's butterflies. I don't know how well you can see these. More sort of, I don't know if you call them snowflakes. Nice pattern. More butterflies and swirls. Leaves, that's beautiful. And you know, I don't think I have any of these. Some roses. More roses. This one is a beaver, I think, a birthday beaver. Some stars. That's holly and, is it bear footprints? Which is kind of weird, not sure. And this one with flowers. Put them back in this bag. So I'm out in my lounge tonight because I was heading off to go up to the craft room and I took one step into the passage and nearly froze to death. So I thought rather than heating up the craft room, since it was warm out here, I would just do it out here. It'd be easier anyway because I've got all the stuff out here. So this is another butterfly. I'm pretty sure this is embossing as well. Yeah, embossing folder. Butterflies. A universal tree embossing folder. Sorry about the glare. Another leaf embossing folder. It's that one that's got various sort of patterns, which is awesome. I don't know why it says evil, but it swirls. This one's got cupcakes. And this one. A patterned one. I might have that. I'll have a look. I think I do. So it might be one for my mum. This one's awesome. It's honeycomb. I haven't got that, so that'll be great. Some more roses. And an Victorian style one. So that is so cool. Now I'll try and put these all back in the box neatly as I go. And then there were heaps of dies and stuff. So they're the cutting plates. So I've got 3 of them, four of them. So 2 sets, which is really good because I can swap them around with the ones I've got for my other big shot. So it's really cool. This is a stamp set. I'm not sure if I have that. I might. So it might be another one for my mum. This is like almost looks like a big sty. So there's an Eileen Hull one, or Laurie Whitlock. It's a basket die. So that might be a bit of fun. Then I've got a whole lot of little ones here, which are love hearts and scalloped circles, that sort of thing. This one looks really little heart and balloon. I've got these ones which are hearts. It's got a half butterfly too, which is going to be really handy, I think. So a half butterfly one. So you'd be able to fold your paper and then cut, then open it out. Oops, do all sorts with that. And there's another butterfly in there, so they're real pretty. A set of these Provo Craft ones, which have all sorts of different shapes. So a shoe, handbag, crown, bow, helicopter, boat, ship. It's a plane again, cupcake, and those cool ones. So I spent all last night trying to sort all this stuff into some sort of order. Yeah, it still needs a lot more sorting, but I thought I'd get on and do these videos and then put things away as I'm showing them to you because, yeah, I'm sort of got no room at the moment out here. There's these ones. I never used these types of dies before, so it's going to be interesting. That one, which looks like a little footprint, a little bare foot, a dog's foot, a little lizard. There's the bear thing. A band-aid. I thought that's going to be real fun to use. A little horse, horseshoe, a monkey. This one's going to be awesome. Stamp shape. You know how I like my stamp shapes. It's a nice square one, actually. I've seen people with a punch of that, and I was a bit jealous because I'd like a square one. This elephant, I'm not sure how well this one's going to work. I don't know what's happened to it, but it looks like it's been bitten off. A lion. So they're a lot of fun. This lot. So butterfly. Santa Claus, and an owl one. That just tells me how to use the big shot. There's some bits and pieces, and then there's another, I think it's another big sty. This is Eileen Hull, mason jar one. I think this is going to be great because I'm pretty sure you can cut the just the mason jar shape and just the spoon shape, so I don't actually have to make it into this 3D thing. I can just use the one shape. So I think that's going to be really fun to use, that one. So I'll just put these away. Okay, so next we'll do these ones. These are interesting too. They're big and chunky again. I'll have to look up about these, or it's got the little instruction thing, so I'll be able to read them, because they're all ones that I haven't used before. But that one's a butterfly, a hot dog. I don't know what I'll do with some of these, but I figure I'll keep them, have a bit of fun with them, and then if I don't use them much, I can sell them on. Little ladybird, elephant, because I'm not too into the cutesy kid type things, but I do want to do a lot of your little golden book journals in the future, and you never know when one's going to come in handy, so I don't like getting rid of them until I've had a good think about it. That's that lot. Those ones back. So this is a little Christmas tree. And this one, which looks really fun. And some more butterflies. That's the packaging from those two. I think they went in there. And a crown. I was going to say giraffe. It is a giraffe. No, it's a cow. It's a cow that's coloured like a giraffe. Princess. Then this one, which is Halloween themed. So that looks like a bit of fun. And Pooh Bear. And then there's this big one, which is a skull and crossbones. It looks like a bit of a cute one again. But that's all right. Okay, so there's this person. So that's really cool because you can make whatever clothes you want for it and everything. So it's a doll body die. A gingerbread man. This is a delicate ornament thin lit die. So I think they're Christmas ornaments. Reindeer. Fun chili peppers. Again, I don't know what I'd do with them, but they do look fun. This, ballerina outfits. I think they're going to be fun. I don't know if they'll fit with a... I don't think they'll fit. They'd look a bit odd with a little person, but these dolls. This I love. Little medical... Oh, it's called Doctor. That looks like fun. So does this one, bags. And anime panda. So they were the dies and the embossing folders and that came with the big shot. So as you can see, I think just that basket of dies and everything was worth what I paid, which is awesome. Just put them in there as well. Now there were a couple of punches. So we've got a teddy bear punch. And this one, which is interesting, it's 4-in-1. A little butterfly fish. I think it's a reindeer head and a flower. So I'll have to have a play with that later, see if it works. There was also a border maker system. So there was a lot of creative memories things. So this is like... I've got some other little systems that make your borders. They're just small ones, so this is just a bigger version of those. Now there's 2 of these in here. There's a few doubles because there were 2 boxes of them, but there was only one of these pieces, the little punch piece, which you'd push down on your cartridges. So of course you slip your cartridge in. You use this with your ruler to be able to cut your long border. And then it come with a couple of cartridges. There's 2 of these ones because there was one in each. So I might be able to do something about that. And then there's a couple of extra cartridges here which haven't been taken out of the boxes, I don't think. Oh, this one says you and me. And then that one's that pattern. And then that one's a stitch scallop pattern as well. So that'll be a bit of fun to play around with. And then in the other box I've just piled it up with some of the other goodies, which were a whole heap of tape runners and tape runner refills. A tape runner refill. There was this precision point adhesive. So I assume it's like an adhesive pen, glue pen or something. There were these things which are journal writing guides, which were really odd, but if they help, then that's good. Because I didn't read what it was, and I pulled it out, and I'm looking at it thinking, what the heck do you do with this? But I think you put it down and you write, and it helps you write a straight line or something. We'll see. So there's a couple of those. Anything that helps me write a straight line is good. There are some of your, what do you call them? Blades, cutting blades for, I don't know what you call them, but I'll show you them later. They, oh, you take them out, do you? The little system. You've got your plastic shapes that you put your blades in to cut the shapes that you want for your scrapbook pages. So there's a couple of different blades for that, and there's more blade cartridge sets. They're all blade cartridge sets. And then there's clear photo splits, which I have no idea exactly what they are. So I'll have a quick look so I know. They're clear things. Like that. That's not clear though. Oh, it's sticky there. And then you probably take the other side off, do you? I don't know. I'll figure it out. I have to look all this stuff up. So I'll put that away afterwards so you don't have to watch me. So we'll just go and grab the next lot of stuff to show. I think these are the pieces that you use with the cutters that I was showing before. So they're in these little bags. I have a few of these little bags I have seen before. I think these are the bags that some people stick on those, what are they called? The big crafting units that people buy. Craft box? Something box. Yeah, with all the doors and that they open up, and then you can get Velcro on one of the insides of the doors, and you can stick these little bags to them, I think. Otherwise, I don't know where these are meant to go. I did get some storage bits and pieces, and that's another reason I'm showing this video, is because there's a couple of things that I need help identifying. So anyway, so I got all of these shapes. What does this say? The teacup template. Well, none of these are teacups, so so this has like stars and different patterns, and I know that you cut out shapes for your photos and that for scrapbook pages. So I assume, well, I don't know what I assume. So the blade's pretty long, so it runs, I think the little feet can slip in. I'd have to go that way. Yeah, that's the way. And that would slide around and cut your shape out for you. And then you can do it on the outside as well, yeah. Yay, I've figured it out. So pretty cool. I think these are going to be great fun to play around with and see what I can do in my journals and that with them. And there's all these different shapes which I need to sort out, which is a bit of fun. Okay, the next thing I want to show you I love, don't know how good I'll be at using it. It's the biggest mother punch I've ever seen. It is a card punch and it cuts 3x4 cards with a square corner. So you can cut your photos and papers and that in that shape. But I think that'll be cool to make postcards out of pictures with, and I think it might be easier for me to use if my arm's giving me trouble. It is quite hard to press. But I think, you know, I'll figure out a way of doing it easier for me. It might be easier for me than cutting with the scissors if I'm going to do a lot of little postcards and that. So I'm going to have a bit of fun with that. The blade to the side. Now, in here there was a little mini guillotine. I do have something like this. I'll see which one I like the most, and the one I like the most will go in the craft room, and the other one will probably stay out here in the lounge because I'm always having to take things back and forth, because if I want to sit and watch just normal TV, then I hang out in the lounge. And, you know, it's always good to have some projects to do in the lounge, so one of these will be handy out here. There was a cutter. So it looks like it does a couple of different of your swirly lines cutting, which will be fun. There was a banner punch board. Not sure, I might resell this or something, because I don't know if I would make many banners, but I will look into it further first. Now these are things I need some help with. I think they are stands. I'm not 100% sure what they are stands for. So if any of you know, I've got 2 of them here, can you please let me know? I mean, it looks like it would stand like that, maybe. But I'm not exactly sure what they're for. So, help. So those 2. And then there's this, and I'm not even sure if this is a creative memories thing or not. It's just a little wooden box thing. So if you recognise any of these, could you please let me know what to do with them? That would be much appreciated. And there was this little expanding file. I have a few of these, great for storing ephemera. These are great size for your photos and your papers that are that size, but I love them for ephemera. Now, this is another thing I need help with. There are all of these. Now, I don't know if they're just empty containers that held something that shape, or whether they're for storing shapes like this, because they're creative memories and they're just different shapes. So if you could please help me with that as well, I'd much appreciate it. But otherwise, they'll be really cool for storing little bits and pieces in, won't they? But I thought I'd ask, because I do like to know these things. So I've got a whole pile of those. And then, as I said, she was lovely because she gave me a lot of the storage stuff as well. And this stuff doesn't come cheap, so it was really nice of her. But there's this big storage tote. And I don't know how well you are seeing this, yeah, the front of it or whatever. It's a bit hard to get it all. Just take these bits out the top. But it has these little, I had to figure out how these went together too, because they weren't together, but I did figure that one out, because it comes in 2 bits. And then the lid wasn't on this one, so I found the lid and figured out how to put that on. But they're going to be so handy to store bits and pieces in. Put that to the side. And they're just more of what the cutting shapes were in. But these, I don't know about these guys. That obviously is the base too. Not these. The base to something. So I'll find where that goes. But these ones are angular in there. And they don't go together because there's... So they must press onto something, but they don't seem to go on the box I was just showing you. I will have a look at the other ones I've got, but I've got a funny feeling they don't go on them. But if you know specifically and can help me at all, let me know. Otherwise, I have no idea what I will do with those. Yeah. Although it's got a handle. They've both got handles, so they're obviously... Oh, and they're different lengths with this stuff. I'll keep looking, but I might not even have whatever storage piece these will go with, So I also got this paper storage tote. It's another Creative Memories one. And it has your dividers. It's got like a metal rack thing in it that holds your file folders, which is really, really cool and sturdy. So, and it does have some papers that have been sorted in here. So I have to go through this and all my other papers and sort them better, but that will come in very handy to store them. There's also this expanding file paper holder as well. It's 12 by 12 one. Just unzip it a bit more. So it's just one like that with your plastic dividers. And there's bits and pieces of A4 and smaller cardstock and pattern paper in there. So yes, it's going to take me a fair while to sort through all the paper and get it organised in a way that is functional for me. And then there were two more. I think this one's another plastic expanding file. So this one would probably be great for stickers and that sort of thing. Sorry, it's a bit hard to get it all on camera here. And then this one is a nice big 12 by 12 expanding file as well that has some papers and stickers in it that I need to sort. So it's great because I've got the organisation pieces as well that will help me organise all the papers because there were a pile of papers. And I did look at the tote that I just showed and there wasn't anywhere on there that I could see Velcro to stick those other bits on. So now there is this. It's bigger than 12 by 12, so you could fit 12 by 12 papers in it lying down. But it has these little plastic pocket bits that you can take out and put in. And I'm pretty sure it's meant to be a photo organiser for scrapbooking, but it also fits these paper packets and that size paper in really nicely. I think it'll also be good to store maybe my postcards, but we'll see how much stuff I've got to try and fit in here first. So the papers and packets that you see in here I also got in this deal. There's some dividers for some album. These are memorabilia pockets. I think these are little Christmas bags. And then just various different papers. Card envelope colour set. Oh yeah. And then just some random bits in there. So I'll be able to fit a fair bit more into that. And it's on its lid. It does have a lid there as well. So I have a shopping bag here that I've filled up with some of the papers and bits and pieces. Now these aren't quite 12 by 12s and they're not A4. I'm not sure what size you'd call all of this. 3 colours, 6 sheets. There's a lot of photo mounting paper packs. And it has a price on there of $11.20 per pack or $2 per sheet. So they weren't the cheapest back in the day. So I have, I have a lot of those that I have to sort out in here. So I think it's mainly those mounting sheets of different colours and patterns. But there are some packs with stickers and paper. I'd show you all of them, but we'd be here forever, so. That one's got different triangles and rectangles. So yeah, lots of fun, but they're all basically the same size. I'm trying to keep them all together so that I can organise them properly soon. I also have this, it's just a file box, and I filled that up with the, on the left hand side there's more of the photo matte paper, and then the rest of this is your 12 by 12, and it's mostly your creative memory packs like these, you know, when you get vintage and matching colours and that, and planes. There are some different scrapbook paper packs and stuff. I thought this is a bit big to pull onto the desk, so it's just all those random kits, and I think pretty well all of it's creative memories. And there was a whole lot of other embellishments to go with, so there's a lot of these border mates. There's a lot of kid themed ones, Sesame Street and that sort of thing, which again I was thinking, look, I'll just sell them or something, but I do have little golden books that they might go into nicely. There were piles of these, which again are a bit like borders, they're paper strips. So a lot of those. Just got a container here that I've tried to organise them all into. These are more of your border mates, they're baby ones, and some random paper strips. And then lots of sticker packs and borders, that sort of thing. Don't know if they're, yeah, they're stickers. What else do we have in here? Try and get those back in. Oh, I get these out. There's lots of these little packs of coordinating bits and pieces. But I think for making journals and that, these will be heaps of fun to try and incorporate into journals, and then I'll be able to keep the little packs there, and I'll probably sort them out and put all of these just into one pack, why not? And then I've got 3 spares that I can use to sort my ephemera in. I've gone and moved these guys, I think. So there's a whole lot of different, lots of that sort of thing. So yes, I definitely have a lot of work to sort these out. That one's really nice with the daisies. Some more of those little packs. And there's this, which is, I have no idea. I think it's like a, what do we call them? It says 1 card, 1 envelope, 5 self-adhering 4x6 photo mounting sleeves. I know there's a particular name for them and I can't think of it. Anyway, someone will tell me. This looks like a banner album, maybe? Yeah. So you can make it into an album with rings, or you can use it as a banner and put your photos in. But I think that'd be quite neat pages in a journal. There's, they look like stickers maybe with words. A lot more of these little random packs. Another one of those. I want to say expanding album, but it's not. It's, yeah. Not concertina. Something like that anyway. There were these word cards. They were out loose, so they got a bit bent in that, but they're quite nice because they're on cream cardstock. Nice container too. These short stories. I'm not sure if it's just a little bit of paper and a few bits and pieces. Yeah, I think it is. Is that a short story? Yeah, that seems to have these bits in it, so. But, you know, I can use it all because if I don't like a paper that much, I can always add some stamps and stenciling or gel plated or whatever I like to change it up a bit. Some alphas. Christmas tags, they look like bits and pieces of dust. So that was all that I got fit into that container. Put it all back. And yes, there's more. But like I said, I think this was so worth it. There's no way I would be able to go out and just grab all of this new. But it was such a decent price. I think it was well worth what I paid, and I will find a use for most of this, I'm sure. So there's more storage. There's this which holds files if you want to have files to put your papers in, but you can stand, I think, your 12 by 12s fit standing up in here, which is really handy for current projects, so you can flick through them and see what you want to use. There's another expanding file here, a plastic one, and it has, I think you can pull these little compartments out, which is really cool. And the best thing about them is you can store your long strips, because I'm always struggling to find decent storage for my long strips so that they don't get ruined, especially book page strips and that. So I'll reorganise this and put a lot of my longer bits and pieces in there, but that's chock-a-block full of different bits of paper and that as well that I have to sort out. Now, I've got a bag full of bits and pieces here. So there was this, which is an album. It's a little princess album, which is not something I'd usually do, but I have, through Crossfire, I got princess, like fairy tale dye, different dyes, with coaches and balconies with princess on and that sort of thing. And I also got the wax seal that has a castle and that sort of thing. So it might be fun to make something with this using those sometime. And then there's stickers and this stuff which I don't like. It's a real coarse glitter as well. And all bits and pieces. Otherwise, if I've got your sort of princess little golden books, I might be able to use bits and pieces in that. And if I don't want to use this for what it's intended for, I can always cover over it and use it for storage. And use the box as well. This is just greeting cards that you can make. So I like looking through these and getting some ideas of things I can do. So I'll have a look through that. As an inspiration and ideas and fast formulas books. So lots of ideas. A lot of the time I don't really scrapbook much. I've done a few and I might do a few in the future, but it's not what I like to do the most. The same with card making. I don't make many cards. However, you know, I do get a lot of ideas about transferring some of these patterns and that into vintage style or botanical or whatever for journals. So, and then these must be your formulas for your scrapbook pages, which which again I've seen people use these sort of setups to decorate journal pages. This is another one of the pockets and that go into the expanding file that I showed before for your long strips or whatever. You can put dies and stamps and all sorts in these, so these are really, really handy. I have bought a set of them from Craft Online, I think, before. Must be a different brand or something, I think. Memory album refill pack. I usually grab these if I see them at the second-hand shops because they're really cheap and they're great for storing your ephemera and die cuts. This is a CD or DVD memory manager, so it's for photo organisation. Another Fast Formulas. I'm not sure if that's the same. Yeah, I reckon that's the same book as the one I showed you before. It's another album, Winnie the Pooh. So again, this would be good for storage, I think. Or I could just take it apart. Could cover over this and use it for something. We will see. It's something I'll have to think about. Now, there's a lot of how to use this and that. And this is some storage that I've filled up with stencils and bits and pieces. So, yeah, cool storage. And it has these, which are, I have no idea. Use this sizing template to determine which pattern and which blade cartridge to use to crop your photo. Oh, okay, so they go with the plastic cutting shapes that I have, so you can use this to check which one you want to use. Now I understand. It takes me a while. So here we've got some journaling lines and that, so you can use your cutters on these as well, I think, if you want to do holes on your page, or you could just trace through them or whatever. Same sort of thing here. So these are going to be so much fun to play around with sometime. These, I have no idea, they look like they're a similar sort of thing. How do you open these things? They've got like sticky dots. So circle cutter and then those swirly line bits. That just says backing sheet. Anyway, a lot of the stuff I just look up YouTube and that, how to use it, because I have no idea about this sort of thing. So a stencil, it's very thick, so. Some more of these guides. So that's great actually, because they'll help me organise those cut aparts, because I'll sort of be able to see which ones go together. Some of these stencils. And they're great because you can put them on the photo again and see what size fits the photo nicely. Some more. So yes, I was very, very lucky to find the marketplace post, decide I wanted to get it, and then realise that it was someone I knew and they were just so generous, which was just awesome. Now, I have no idea what these are. So take them out. Could just be packaging, but memoranda, fun-filled album making. They look like a poster that's advertising something maybe. Be able to use them for some pages in a glue book or journal. Just put these bits to the side. So I'm going to have to do a rejig of, I think, my bedroom too, because I've got my 12 by 12 papers in my bedroom, so I think I'm going to have to try and fit all of these in there as well. So I think these are mainly album refills. Again, I can use them for storage. I don't think there's even any in there, but chipboard. So that's awesome. I'm getting a good lot of this. I remember at the start when I started making journals, I never had enough of this for spines, but I'm getting a whole pile of it now, which is great. And the nice thick stuff. So I think that's got nothing in it too, but I've got the chipboard. Same there, but that's all right because I like the chipboard. These are scrapbook pages. So they're like your cardstock pages for a scrapbook. I reckon I'll use them as journal pages, or I might even make an ideas book with them. Something like that. Small board. And these are page protectors, and there might actually be some in here. Yeah, they're your plastic 12 by 12 page protectors, which again I like to use to store 12 by 12 paper and paper scraps. And I think this is the last thing in this bag is a big album. So if I wanted to, I could use some of the pages in this album, but I think I already have an album which I put pages in if I make them. So I'm not sure. I could always use this in the pages to make an ideas book or something, but it would be huge. So I have to think about that as well. Okay, I think I'm up to the last of it now. This is all the stuff that I haven't really organised, if you can't tell. Just had a bit of a break and I think I've caught my breath. My son just came out and asked if I wanted to go for a walk, which I groaned at and then said yes. So, mind you, it's 10:15 in the evening and it's 8 degrees out there, and with the wind chill, I'm sure it's a few less. So, yeah, it was refreshing. So, bits and pieces of paper. It's another pack with long bits and triangles. I think this is just packaging. And then some more of the random photo mat papers. Another lot of random papers and stickers. This is another one of your organisation files that has some paper in it. So as I said, it's great because I've got a whole lot of storage with everything which I'll definitely be needing. Some paper that's had some bits punched out of. Another one of your files with some random pieces. So I'm going to sit down tonight, I think, and get all the random pieces and scrap bits and that and organise them. I think this is a cutting mat. It seems to have cuts on it. So it's a Fiskars cutting mat by the looks. If you know any different, let me know. This looks like another just normal Creative Memories cutting mat. Just a smaller one. It's quite a nice size, that one, for fussy cutting. Some little papers. And here it looks like we've got some alphas. They're quite pretty, those ones. Looks like they've got little roses in them. And then it looks like we've got some borders and just random pieces. Another paper pack. Not sure what these are. Comes out of an album by the looks. So, I'm not sure whether you slip them in as labels, description labels. That's beautiful for a princess theme. Embossed cardstock stickers they were. A couple of packs of these, which would be nice for a sunflower journal. There's a few pages of these punch outs, press outs. These ones have some foam stickers on them. More sticker sheets. I think they're all sticker sheets, those ones. I think these are more stickers by the looks. Another more press out sheets. Just random bits and pieces. More stickers. I did make a little pile of stickers and papers that will be going to the secondhand store. Random papers. Another one of these organisation packs with some more of your matte photo papers or photo matting papers. Some pink ones. Santa Cam, I think this is a card, so I'll probably use that in my December daily or December journaling. Some more Christmas cards that I can reuse. Bag full of goodies. There's some pom-poms, some beautiful colourful feathers, and there's painted little clothes pegs. I never call them clothes pegs, I just call them pegs, I suppose. And there's bits of bling as well. So sort all of that out. A couple more of your little packs of papers. This is a photo polishing cloth, just to get fingerprints and dust and that off of your photographs. Another pack of shapes, more stickers. They're pretty cool. And then some random papers that have had die cuts and punches on them. So I've got a tub in my craft room that has scrap papers that have been punched and cut out of. So usually what I do with this is cut that off, put this in the punched bin, and then put this with other pieces that I can use in the future. Now this, I think, the only thing I can think is that it's a glue rubber. It is very firm though, compared to the one I've got here. But I think it's a glue rubber. So we'll try that out. Definitely looks like the sort of material. Can I get it back in? It doesn't want to go in. These, I assume, are to help me make an album, scrapbooking album. There was a pencil, which is a photo labelling pencil. So it has black one end and white the other end. These beautiful handmade cards. I love the pictures on these, so I'm definitely going to reuse the pictures in some journals because I love them. This looks like, where's that little one? This looks like something that you make an album out of anyway. So I'll figure out what I'm going to do with that. It'd be all right to make some pages in some journals, I think, is what they'll probably end up having done to them. These little slips, these fit into these little slips. So I assume you put a photo on them and then put them in there, I'm not sure. There's a pack of tags. We all use tags. Labels, treat pop labels. There goes half my stuff on the floor, which I'll pick up in a minute. Some more stickers, tags, more tags. It is coming to an end. More tags, stickers, more of these sheets. What is that? Creative Memories, Delight paper buttons. So some die cut buttons. Some Australiana stickers, which will be cool. These look like words, more papers, more of the short story papers. These are cards and envelopes. Looks like they've got a little frame piece in them so you can slip a little photo in there. So they'll be nice, and they're embossed as well. Might try painting or colouring some of the embossing and see. Have a bit of fun with them. I've got enough of them to be able to experiment with. Then there were some of your 6x6, are they, or 8x8 or something? Power palettes. So just some various packs of papers and stuff. These are pages of albums. I think these are page, but yeah, they are page protectors. So really good for storage. A pack of these beautiful envelopes. Cool tear ruler. this, which I'll probably just put in the second-hand store. So it's your plastic that shrinks when you use a hairdryer on it, so you can wrap your baskets in it and that. Not sure if I'd use that. Although I could have fun with it and just see what I could do with it. Now it's got me thinking whether I alcohol ink it then hairdryer it. Might catch on fire or something, knowing my luck. Princess. Well, I'm going to have to do a princess journal, aren't I? I might go through my little golden books and see what I can hunt up for all my princess stuff. And some more of these little papers. So I assume you use these for photo mats and backing photo mats. So you can get some contrast on your scrapbook pages, but they'd be awesome for little journaling spots and that sort of thing in journals and to back pictures. And that's the last one, and that is it. So I know that was heaps of stuff, but there were those few things that I need help identifying, and it's just amazing sometimes what you can find on Marketplace. And there's a number of times where I've gone to pick up stuff and people have offered extra bits or other items that are really cool. So it's a way of getting to know people who in the future might have things of interest for you, and I'm finding it really cool to meet all these different people. So I hope you've had a wonderful week, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow for Friday book haul. It's not very often I don't have a book haul, but you never know. So take care of yourselves, be good, and I'll see you soon. Bye.